There we go, guys and girls. I'm just doing this a second. Anyway, guys and girls. There we go. So I don't know if you guys and girls watch my videos at all. If you do, that's fantastic. If you don't know, I'm actually into photography right now, which I'm trying to perfect. Now I'm just testing out this lens. This is the 35mm lens. I bought this as the Meike 35. It's a 1.7, and it's from the same manufacturer as the 50mm. So I got the 50mm here lens, and this is actually quite bulky for 50, and it's got weight. It's quite weighty as well. It's actually feels fully metal as well. It's a really metal sort of lens. The 35mm 1.7 is really good for low light. Now I've got this on roughly 800 ISO because it is a bit kind of light, not much light in here. And I bet you're wondering what I'm actually using for my microphone at the moment. I'm using a condenser mic. It's got one of these XLR cables on it, and I've just connected. It's got it's an XLR cable just here. So basically, actually, let me try and get this in focus so you guys and girls can see it. This is the BM, and this is the 800. Now, I bought these last year or year before, a couple of years old now, I think. Paid 20 to 25 quid for these off Amazon. So let's see, get these in focus, because I'm trying to get as much as focus as I can. I can't really see very much in focus due to the fact that the screen at the back is set as back, and it's not one of those flip out screens. I've got the Sony Alpha 6300, which to be honest has a screen, and it's like I think it's the camera is 6K, but it actually downscales to 4K. So it gives a much richer imaging quality on there. It's fantastic. Now, this microphone I'm using here is a condenser mic. This is the one I bought off Amazon. It's fantastic mic. I would say the quality is good. It's like if you move your microphone away from you, it's quite decent. Actually, I've got it at arm's length. As you can see, the arm's length here of the microphone is really good. Now I've got the sort of the wind muffler. Now this would be quite cool to use, say if I'm using for interviews or maybe doing podcasting, but I've got two of them, and I've got my mixer somewhere. But this microphone is actually quite unique because the actual cable it comes is actually quite long. It's very, very long, and it has the 3.5mm jack on it, and it's actually all gold as well. And I think this one, the actual main XLR cable, it seems sort of, I would say more not copper, I wouldn't say copper, but it's some sort of silver-ish kind of metal. But as you can hear by the quality of the microphone, so like if I get really close to it, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1, so you can hear it's, I would say in a way it's good. I want to get your feedback on it, guys and girls, and also with the lens as well, the Meike 35 1.7. Let us know what you think. This only costs, actually the lens itself, I got that off Amazon. If I can find the link to it, I'll put it in the description below. I'm not getting paid for any of this. This is all me. I bought all this equipment myself and all that. And so yeah, it's fantastic microphones, fantastic camera. I think to be honest, I used to have the Nikon. I had the I think the Nikon D3200. I showed you in one of my videos previously, a couple of years gone back. And to be honest, I haven't really touched it that much, even though I've got some decent sort of lenses. So I've got a 35 on there. I've got a 10 to 20mm, and that's by, I think it was Tamron or Sigma. And then I've also got a 6, I think it was like 400 to 800mm telephoto lens. And I haven't really used that lens for a long time. But I do have here a good decent lens which I will be doing a review about sometime soon, and this is the 4.5 to 6.3, 55 to 210, so it's a 55mm to 210, and that means I can go quite a bit of distance with it, and it's optical steady shot, and it's by Sony, so this is an official product by Sony, and it's very good for steadiness if you want that kind of quality and all that. But yeah, let's know the quality of the lens. I'm not too sure if I got it fully in focus at all. I'm hoping so, actually. Let's have a look at the camera here a second. So if I look in now, I've got this lens. I might have to turn down it to focus the forehead, because I'm pretty sure the forehead looks a bit sort of more colour, more white and bright on there. And the background is slightly blurry, but that's the way I wanted it at the background in the first place. Now, what I've noticed with the Alpha 6300, when you actually record more than 20 plus minutes or 27 minutes into the video, it actually gets really hot, and it actually ends up turning off, and then it's basically a sort of a power energy heat saving sort of battery, so that way it doesn't mess the compartments of the camera. Now, this is my second attempt at doing this video, because for some reason I've noticed you have to have the microphone plugged in to the camera before it can actually pick up the audio. You can't just basically unplug it, the actual sound from the microphone, and plug it back in, and then this will work automatically. For some reason it's not working that way, but if you plug it in and then you're recording it, that way I can go like this: 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then bring it back, so that way it's more clear. I might do a comparisons with the external mic, which is the external mic here, and the internal mic of the camera, and do comparisons with it on and off. But that will be in another future update video as well. But yeah, it is today the 13th, Friday, and actually Wednesday the 13th of March 2019. It's 4:37 in the morning. Now, I'm going to be posting this probably onto David Oster's website as well. I think he's got it on Facebook. He's got his own sort of photography, videography website for school. I think it's called, it's like, basically, you can put your photos on there, and people can look at them, as long as they're your own photos and your own videos, and people can check them out and stuff. So hopefully I can get some of these photographers and videographers to check out the video, see if they enjoy my work as well, and see if they can give me some feedback on it as well, because I could do with all the feedback I can of any photographers and videographers out there for this type of sort of camera. What settings to put it on, what settings to use for, especially for this Meike. I know it's a cheap lens, but I just want to go for budget lenses at the moment until I can actually grow my channel, and actually at least try and make something of the channel by just using cheaper lenses for the time being. I mean, to be honest, the Sony 55 to 210 wasn't really actually cheap when I bought it. I think that was like 200 and something pound in the UK, and that was when I bought it last year. But yeah, I'm going to finish off this because it's going to be way too long otherwise. But yeah, if you guys and girls enjoy the videos, I'll probably do some out and about videos. I've done a few video logs with this camera lens, and also with the camera as well. I'm loving the Alpha series, to be honest, and yeah, eventually if I ever get like enough money saved up and get like the high end ones, that'd be fantastic as well. But yeah, anyway, guys and girls, do support the channel if you enjoy my work, my free work that I'm doing on here, just as a hobby. If you enjoy it, do like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe. Comment on there as well. Yeah, if you can comment on the actual video if you enjoy it, and if you've got any tips as well for me, for future videos. Let us know in the comments below. I don't know if whether it's too bright, but I'm using the raw settings for video, so when I go forward like that it goes a little bit blurry, but it's because I'm not sitting back like this now. As I'm sitting back it's more in focus. If I go forward it's less in focus. It's due to the amount of distance that I am at the moment sitting in, and like in time I'm going to get good at this camera lens. I'm going to stick with it for a while because the 35mm is just significant for me. I mean, the lens I've also got, actually, which I will do a future video on, is the 16 to 50, and that was the kit lens, the 50mm one. And that was the one it came with the camera, with the Alpha 6300. Anyway, I'm going to finish off this episode. But cheers for watching, guys and girls. Stay safe. Have a nice morning. Have a nice day. And sorry for talking for too long, but I do got to put out the point out there. And also about the microphone that I'm using. But actually, one last thing, just before I go. The actual Rode mic I got here, actually the thing broke off on the actual bit here where you put the actual microphone on and slot it onto the camera. So I'm gonna have to try and find a replacement for that at some point, or just get another Rode mic. They're pretty cheap. I thought I saw a couple. Well, I bought that one for 50 quid and that wasn't too bad. That was pretty good, decent bargain. So I might be able to find some for like 50, 60 quid online. And that's actually the best mic I've ever used, is the Rode mic. But I don't know what you guys and girls think of this one here. I'm actually, the way I've got this holding here, I'm looking like I'm the actual Rock or something from WWF or WWE Entertainment Wrestling and stuff. But anyway, cheers for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon, guys and girls.